welcome back to our channel. This is video 9 in our series How to Make a Relationship Work, and today we're talking about respect in the context of relationship. So what is respect? Respect means different things to many people. For some it might mean admiration for someone or something. For others it might mean a deference to a figure of authority, for example a parent, a relative, or just someone at the office. In this video, we'll be talking about respect in the context of two people who have chosen to engage or commit to a long-term relationship. Respect in this context means, whilst we may not agree wholeheartedly with what our partner has said or feels, or his or her views, we choose to put our faith in their judgments and trust them. And this trust grows over time, even as we get to study each other, and get to understand each other.
So what does respect look like in a healthy relationship? Respect in a healthy relationship is reflected in how we treat each other on a daily basis. Even if you disagree or have an argument with your partner, which is inevitable, you are able to respect and value their opinions and feelings without undermining them. So in a healthy relationship, respect looks like talking openly and honestly with each other, listening to each other, valuing each other's feelings and opinion, compromising and speaking kindly to each other and about each other, supporting each other's interests and building each other up. So all those points are what show respect in a healthy relationship.
Whilst it's important to have respect for your partner, it's also very key to have respect for yourself, which is self-respect. Self-respect builds confidence, and it also helps to maintain a healthy relationship. It also shows people how you would like to be treated and how you would like to be addressed.
So we're going to look at some ways on how you can show respect in your relationship, and we'll dive straight to it. So tip number 1 is to listen attentively to your partner's needs and desires, and also show that you recognize and you've noticed what those needs are, and act on what you've discovered about them as well. So if you know what their needs are, what their desires, what their concerns are, act on them.
So tip number 2, when your partner has been direct with you as to what he or she needs, the key thing here is for you to respond in like manner to address those requests, and in a timely fashion as well. Just leave no room for procrastination. If you're not clear, ask questions.
So tip number 3 is to speak words of acknowledgement, appreciation and gratitude to your partner. Not just for what they do or what they've done, but also for who they are. That shows respect if you actually say to them that you appreciate them and you acknowledge what they're doing and you're grateful for it.
Tip number 4, when you're using humor in your relationship, be very careful that you're only teasing or playing around and not actually using jabs to hurt your partner. Sometimes people use teasing and playfulness to make a point, and that is not showing respect. Just be very careful how you use. It's a tool that can make a relationship blossom. Just be very careful how you use it and when you use it and the aim to which you're using it for.
Tip number 5, only make comparisons to your partners as a way to highlight your partner's strengths and talents, not to try to highlight the negative aspects of them or things that you don't like. That's not showing respect. So if you're going to make any comparisons, let's say for example you're talking about your wife and your wife's friend or a lady that you've just seen or walked past, and you're comparing them, compare them in a way that you're highlighting the strengths in your partner. So instead of negatively comparing like that, you could rather say, oh, look at that lady's hair. I actually prefer the way you do your hair. I prefer, how you curl your hair or the bounce of your hair or the color of your hair compared to that lady's hair. You've compared in a positive light than comparing negatively.
And if there's nothing to compare at all, don't go down that route. So tip number 6, there are only privileged information or details that you are privileged to know. So don't violate confidentiality. Those things that have been shared between the both of you, let it stay between the both of you. That's your secret. That's your prized possession.
Yeah.
So don't go about giving that to everybody else, just because you feel they have some sort of relationship with you. What you are telling your partner is not special anymore.
Tip number 7, be very careful in the way that you talk when you're having disagreements or arguments with your partner. When one of you brings a complaint, be careful with the words that you use to make sure that you're not crossing the line into being critical or to give criticisms. Rather focus on how you feel and the behavior of your partner. That way you remove any criticism, and that is showing respect. And also, more importantly, remove sarcasm in your tone. It doesn't help. It doesn't add anything. Yes, you're trying to make a point, but there's no need to say it, in a condescending way. So remove sarcasm, remove hurtful language, and just discuss your points in a respectful manner. And also try to remove, any form of contempt. And what I mean by that is your body language. So things like rolling your eyes, or walking off when your partner's talking, or even raising your voice. All those things don't show respect. So try to avoid that. Try to banish all forms of contempt when you're going through some kind of disagreement or argument with your partner. It shows maturity, if you can actually simmer things down to the actual matter and talk about it like two mature adults, than to bring in sarcasm, to bring in contempt, body language, and all those kind of things. Try to remove all that and talk to your partner. Just communicate with your partner, and that shows respect.
And this is not easy. We're not saying it's something you just breeze through because everyone can't do it. It takes time. It's discipline and training. But the key thing is that you are aware of this, and it will help you make positive changes down the line or as you progress in your relationship. And remove any impatient or irritable tones in your communication. Just be very aware. Some of the things that can cause this as well is when you haven't slept or you have expectations that have not been met. Just be very aware of this. So tip number 8, speak directly to your partner about complaints or things you're not satisfied about, rather than taking those complaints and sharing them with a third party.
Tip number 9, when your partner makes mistakes or makes wrong choices, be careful your tone or what you say or how you say it, because you can crush their confidence. Rather use words like, we all make mistakes, just learn from it and let's move on. That shows more respect than walking all over them when they're already feeling low.
Tip number 10, make room for your partner's style. There are many ways to get things done. There are different styles, different means of getting the job done. So just make room for them. Be aware of their perspective and their opinions and their views, and then try and accommodate that in the entire plan of things. Assure your partner that there is room for many opinions, and support your partner's choices whenever you can. And finally, declare your respect for your partner in front of others. So this comes across in the way you talk to them when you are in public, not just when you're in private together, but when you're in public anywhere. Even if your partner is not there, what you say to people about your partner is very important, because however you address or present your partner to people, that is how they will take them, or that is how they will treat them. So it's very important that respect for your partner is shown. It is shown in the presence of people whilst your partner is there, or even if it's not there.
And it shows that you honor them. It's honoring them when you show that level of respect in front of other people. You're showing how important your partner is to you, and that, like Paula said, that is how they will treat your partner, because they see that there's that boundary that you will not allow certain things to affront your partner because you respect them that much.
All right, this is all we have for today, and we hope it's been of value to you. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and hit the like button. So until next time, we'll see you soon. Bye.